Hello and welcome back to English with Altaf. In today's video, we are going to talk about something very exciting. I will share how I transformed my English speaking in just 30 days. Yes, only 1 month made such a huge difference for me.
That's right. Today we will go step by step through Annie's journey, her daily habits, and her secret strategy that changed everything. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what you can do in 30 days to improve your English speaking.
When I first started this challenge, I was not fluent at all. I had studied English before, but when it came to speaking, I froze. I worried about grammar, I forgot words, and I felt embarrassed. So I promised myself to do one thing: speak English every single day for 30 days. That was my secret strategy. It sounds simple, but it worked.
And that's very powerful. Sometimes we think improvement requires something very complicated, but actually, consistent small steps bring the biggest change. Annie didn't wait for the perfect day, she just started.
On day one, my sentences were very small and broken. For example, I would say things like, I am happy. I want tea. I go to market. But I reminded myself that even broken English is better than silence. Every time I spoke, I was training my mouth and brain to work together.
Yes, and that is the key. Speaking is like exercise. If you practice every day, your muscles get stronger. In this case, your speaking muscles, your vocabulary, and your confidence grow with daily use.
During the first week, I created a simple routine. Every morning, I spoke for 5 minutes about my plans for the day. At night, I spoke for 5 minutes about what I had done. These daily talks were short, but they kept me practicing. And slowly, I started noticing my sentences getting smoother.
That's a very smart routine. Starting with something personal like your daily activities is easier because you already know the words. You just need to say them in English. This makes the process less stressful and more natural.
By the second week, I added another step to my strategy. I began writing a short daily journal in English and then reading it aloud. This was very helpful. Writing made me think carefully about my sentences, and reading aloud gave me extra speaking practice. Sometimes I even recorded my voice and listened later. That way, I could notice where I was weak and where I was improving.
That's excellent. Recording is something many learners avoid because they don't like hearing their own voice, but it is a very powerful tool. When you listen, you can clearly see how your speaking is changing day by day.
The third week was the most exciting. I realized I had started to think in English automatically. For example, instead of translating in my head, my brain directly formed English sentences. When I felt thirsty, my mind said, I need water. When I was planning my day, I thought in English. This was the moment I knew the strategy was really working.
And that's the real turning point. Once you stop translating and start thinking directly in English, fluency becomes natural. It's not about knowing every grammar rule perfectly. It's about training your brain to operate in English.
In the fourth week, I challenged myself even more. I started telling short stories. Sometimes I talked about my childhood memories, sometimes about movies I had seen or books I enjoyed. This helped me connect sentences into longer speech. I also practiced conversations with friends who supported me. The more I practiced, the less afraid I felt.
That is a wonderful step. Storytelling is one of the best ways to practice because it forces you to speak for longer and connect ideas. It also makes practice more enjoyable because you are sharing real-life experiences.
Of course, there were challenges. Some days I felt lazy, and some days I made many mistakes. But the rule I followed was simple: never skip a day. Even if I was tired, I spoke for at least 2 minutes. That consistency was the real secret. Without it, I would have stopped after 1 week.
Exactly. The difference between learners who improve and those who don't is not talent, it is consistency. Annie's story shows that if you practice a little every day, the results will come naturally.
At the end of 30 days, I compared myself with day one. The change was huge. On day one, I was shy, nervous, and spoke only broken sentences. On day 30, I was speaking with confidence, longer sentences, and even stories. I was not perfect, but I was transformed.
And that is what every learner should remember. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is the goal. If you can speak more confidently after 1 month, then you are already a winner.
So, my secret strategy was actually very simple. Speak English every day, write short journals, read them aloud, record yourself, and practice storytelling. These steps made me fluent faster than I expected.
And this is exactly what you, our viewers, can also do. You don't need expensive courses or long grammar books to start. All you need is daily commitment and simple practice.
Today, we have learned that daily speaking builds confidence, journaling and reading aloud improve fluency, recording shows progress, storytelling connects sentences, and consistency is the biggest secret of all.
Yes, and we have also learned that transformation is possible in 30 days if you follow these steps with discipline. If Annie can do it, then anyone watching this video can also do it.
So friends, I hope my journey inspires you to start your own 30-day challenge. Trust me, 1 month can make a big difference if you stay consistent.
That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching English with Altaf. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and you will see your own transformation.